Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Well, let's talk with Lackawanna Trail East Stroudsburg University graduate John Glenn, who's a quality control coach with the Seattle Seahawks. John, great to talk with you again. And a little downtime for you before camp gets back in late July. Tell us about how OTAs went and how the mini camp went there for Seattle.
Well, of course, thanks for having me on. And, going to enjoy a little downtime here for the next couple of weeks. But we really, just a great off season once again up here in Seattle. We're blessed. We've had some great weather and just great attendance and all that, and the voluntary stuff. And got into have a little day of mini camp, and everything just went so well. We're extremely jacked and ready to go for the season.
You guys are always pretty positive. It all starts with Pete Carroll and the coaching staff. Tom Cable, get to see him sometimes. We have a guy from northeastern Pennsylvania who made it on the offensive line. He was drafted, and Mark Lewinsky, so we're excited to see how he does with the Seattle Seahawks as well.
Absolutely. I was certainly excited about that, having a guy who can get some of the northeastern PA references that I have. So I'm certainly jacked for him, and he looks like he's doing really, really well. So we're excited about him, and just continue the growth process with him, and he'll be a heck of a player.
John, talk about you're working, I guess, with the linebackers. Talk about having a whole bunch of linebackers in camp and that experience for you.
I'm very fortunate that I get to work with two great coaches at linebacker, and Coach Michael Barrow, who played at the University of Miami and then had a long 13-year career in the NFL with various teams, and then the opportunity to work with Lofa Tatupa, who played at the University of Southern California, played in the National Football League for the Seahawks, was a Pro Bowler. So just to be around those guys and to learn the knowledge that they have for the game, and then to be around the exceptional players that we have. I mean, Bobby Wagner and KJ Ray, Bruce Irvin, Mike Morgan, Brock Coyle, and all those guys that just allow you to enjoy the process of being around them day in and day out. So I'm extremely excited about the season, excited to be able to work with those guys, and excited to be able to learn from them.
John, how much film are you breaking down through the course of the year? I mean, is that something you're constantly on?
Yeah, I mean, I probably, I would imagine that I go through hundreds of games. But, it's such a great process because you're learning, what other guys like to do. You're seeing how other players play. And, every time you pop on that tape, something just jumps out at you that you can either steal and put in your back pocket for later use, or it's something that you learn. So it's a great tool, a great evaluation process, and I'm just happy that I get the opportunity to do it here with the Seattle Seahawks.
John Glenn from Lackawanna Trail and East Stroudsburg University here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. John, how about game day? You find yourself on the field? Are you up top? Are you out scouting somewhere? Tell us about your game day responsibilities.
Yes, I'm up in the box, and, I kind of enjoy it. I spent a couple years on the field, and when you're up in the press box, you just kind of get to immerse yourself in the game. Now, you do lose a little bit of the emotion on the sideline, which a little bit of something that you kind of miss a little bit. But I love being up there. You have a great view, and you just get to dive right into all the cool stuff that you've been working on all week, and you get to see it come to fruition there on game day. So, unique vantage point. I've grown to really love it up there. So hopefully I stay up there for a long, long time.
John, you're living your dream right now. You're coaching in the NFL, and when you got out of college, your dreams are taking you in a lot of different directions and things you wanted to do. You a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and here you are. You're coaching the NFL for several seasons now. And I'm sure you're thankful every day, as we always talk to you every year. You're always humble about that and about your family as well.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm so fortunate to come from northeastern PA, to be the son of Joseph and Mary Jane Glenn, and to have such great people that influenced me along the way, from my high school coaches and Tom Perry, Jeff Wasilchek, to my college coach and Denny Dowd, and then to have such great mentors along the way in this coaching process. to be able to coach for Steve Sarkisian, to be able to coach for Pete Carroll. Like, these guys, they have such a profound impact in your life and how you're going to shape the future of your career. So it's been a blessing. I'm truly humbled by all the experiences that I've gotten to have. And, it's a true statement. I'm living the dream every day, and, I try to treat it as that and try to, keep working hard and keep doing everything I possibly can do to stay sharp and to keep honing my skills. So, when your future calling, as a coach, maybe as a head coach someday comes in, you'll be ready for it. So, I'm truly blessed, excited, happy, joy, and just ready to keep attacking every day with as much positivity, tenacity, and hard work as I possibly can.
John, how's your family growing out there in Seattle right now?
Great. I got an almost 2-year-old boy, and he is tearing our house apart day in and day out. I see a lot of myself in him, which is a good thing, and probably a bad thing at times, but it's just an awesome process. To see your kid grow up and to see his personality take shape, it's truly neat. And probably for me, because I'm away so much, that, every time I come home and I get to spend significant time with him, you do see so many changes, and it's just such an awesome process. The most important thing I'll ever do in my life is to be a father, and I want to make sure that I treat it as that and make sure that he grows up right and that you teach him all the lessons and all the things that I was fortunate to learn growing up. So it's an awesome deal. Jacked for it, love it, and, just really excited to watch him grow.
Well, it's always great to hear from you. I know your friend Yogi Roth is doing some great things with Life in a Walk and so much more for him, and I'm sure you guys share stories pretty often.
Absolutely. I mean, to have your best friend who's kind of gone through a similar journey in coaching with you, and it's helped you along the way is certainly a great deal. And then to watch him do so many incredible things from, a television standpoint as being a commentator or a reporter, and then to go out and produce a documentary that's so near and dear to his heart about his father and about the journeys that they took. I mean, it's really cool. And to see him, kind of live his dream is awesome. So I'm super excited for him, super proud of him. And, he's just a class act all the way around.
Well, speaking of a class act, you are as well. John Glenn, quality control coach of the Seattle Seahawks, always gracious to join us each and every year. Keep working hard, John, as you always do, and it's great for you to check in with us.
Will do, man. Hopefully I'll be home here in a couple weeks, so I'm really excited to get some of that Northeastern pizza, go down to Old Forge, give me some pizza, and just excited to get back in the area. So thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it. And you guys have a great one, and go Hawks, man.
All right, John Glenn from the Seattle Seahawks joining us here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.